Hey, yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back again. This is Vick Hason Talks. My name is Vick Hason. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new to the channel, please don't mind subscribing so that you do not miss the next time we are going live. Again, as usual, today we have another interesting topic that we're going to talk about. It's about relationship again. So I'm back to relationship topics. I'm expecting you guys to always give me some topics to talk about. But since most of you doesn't engage, so I decided to pick them myself. But next time, if we are going to have another meaningful live stream, and you have a topic that you are interested in that we can talk about on this YouTube live, then I'll be happy to engage with you. So thank you so much for you joining. So maybe if you are watching this live stream, maybe after maybe this is not live, so you didn't tune into during the live. Thank you so much for watching. Still, you can engage with me in the comment section. Please share your view in the comment section about the topic that we're going to talk about today, and I'll be happy to engage with you, because the main reason of us going live on this YouTube channel is to have a conversation, just to share your side, your opinion of your side, and then me, I share the opinion of my side so that we can have a chat. Otherwise, everything, the points that I'm going to share with you, they will be like subjective according to me. But I don't tend to share subjective topics because I normally do research before I come do the live stream, so that the points that I normally give, it favors everyone. But please be free to, to what can I say, to disagree with the points and then share yours, or feel free to add on, or maybe to engage, just to make the live stream to be so interesting. Again, don't mind sharing the live to other people so that they can also join, and it will be nice. It will be nice. It will be nice. So I think we can just kick off. Today we are going live for, I can say, for 30 to 40 minutes. Yeah, I think that will be enough time for us to cover the topic that we have about today. Because again, I may look small to discuss the topic that I'm going to share today, but it is a topic that we need to talk about, because we as young people, we need to discuss some things, some topics, some romantic relationship topics, because it is supposed to be discussed. Because if we don't discuss romantic relationship topics, then the only way that has been left for us to go through it is through experience. And it may be messy for some of us, and for some of us it may be good, because we may have a small knowledge just about the romantic relationship topics. So today we are going to talk about polygamy versus monogamy. I don't know if you know polygamy versus monogamy. So Rosidi says, hello bro. Hello to Rosidi. I think I got your name right, Rosidi. Hello. Thank you so much for joining the live. If you have other friends that can also enjoy the live, just share this live stream to them so that they can also join, and we can have a meaningful conversation. So if you're still joining, you can just say hi. So Kishore Kumar Sahu, sorry if I read your name wrong, just said hi. Thank you so much for joining. So I think you can just kick off on our topic today. I don't want to eat much of your time because I'm prepared. So I have 5 differences about monogamy versus polygamy. 5 differences. For instance, for me, according to me, so for me, it will apply to the girlfriends, the girlfriends that I may have. Do I prefer having more than one girlfriend? I'm going to share with you in a few. Or do I prefer having one girlfriend? I'm going to share also with you in a few. But if you have, your opinion, how many girlfriends you think you should have, please share it in the comment section. Because I'm not on that level to talk about wives, but still I have the points here that applies to to applies generally, you know, both the girlfriend vibes and the wife vibes, you know, because polygamy, it is about, okay, let me read for you the differences if you don't know the differences between polygamy and monogamy. So this is the first difference that you need to know. So first of all, monogamy is the practice of having a relationship with only one partner. Like this is considered like a normal, but it is not a normal when it comes to Islamic religion, because I think, but it doesn't apply to all Muslims, but I think most Muslims, I don't know if they're supposed to have more than one husband or more than one wife, but most of the time their romantic relationship, it is polygamous. Yeah, it is either a woman has more than one husband, or maybe the man has more than two wives. Yeah, so polygamy is the practice of having only one partner. That is monogamy. And polygamy consists of a marriage whereby a spouse may have more than one partner simultaneously. So you can have two wives, or you can have two husbands. But in the society that we normally live in, the way it is, most of the time we practice monogamy. You know, that is like the usual. But the situation whereby you can find yourself to be polygamous is in a society that we are living right now, is when somebody cheats in their relationship. So maybe they cheat their wives, or maybe they cheat their husbands, and maybe, you know, and it comes a point whereby they have two wives, or two girlfriends, two boyfriends, or maybe two husbands. So that is still polygamy, even if you cheat, you know. But monogamy is that guy, that one guy like me. I love monogamy, monogamy kind of relationship. You know, I don't prefer having more than one girlfriend at this point. Later in life, I don't prefer having more than one wife. You know, but I'm going to share with you some of the disadvantages, or some of the things that may be seen as in doesn't make sense. Like when you practice monogamy, it appears like there's some dishonesty. Somebody will be dishonest in their in that relationship when it is monogamous, you know. But when it is polygamous, both of you will be very honest to each other, you know, because both of you are aware, you know, maybe if you're two wives married to one man, both of you are aware that we are married to this one man. So we are very honest, even we don't have jealousy. But I'm going to share with you that point later on this live. So I have 5 differences, and I've already covered one, which is the difference between polygamy and monogamy, the definitions. So monogamy is the practice of having one partner, and polygamy is the practice of having more than one partner simultaneously. And the norm, the one that we normally have in our society, it is monogamous. Many people practice monogamous. I personally, I will practice being monogamy, and I come from a background whereby monogamy was practiced. I don't know about my grandfather area, you know, in the past, but the current, like my nuclear is it nuclear, or yeah, my family, my dad and mom, monogamous. Let's go to difference number 2. Please share your view on the comment section about this topic today. If you have anything that you may want to share about being polygamous or monogamous. So it is raining. That's why you are hearing. If you can hear, you have heard thunder rumbling. But don't focus on that. So difference number 2 is emotional dynamics and jealousy. So we're going to talk about it. Monogamous relationships are often characterized by deep, focused emotional intimacy, you know, trust and companionship between two people. That's what my research is saying, that in a monogamous relationship, things are so deep in such a way that there's the trust is so deep, like you trust each other very much, and the intimacy, emotional, the emotional intimacy is like 100% focused. So in monogamous relationship, things are 100%. Both the husband, or maybe the guy and the lady, they concentrate to each other like 100%. Let's go to about let's see on the polygamy side. Polygamy side requires managing complex interpersonal dynamics among multiple partners. So it is like multitasking, because there'll be, maybe if there are two wives married to one husband, there'll be needed like two different takes on how you understand the emotions of the other person compared to how you understand the emotions of the other person. And it is so complex, and sometimes it can lead to jealousy, insecurity, and anxiety. So that happens in polygamous kind of relationship, because I normally, for me even, I don't understand. I don't understand how people can manage to be in a polygamous relationship, and all of you are cool, even if you act in front of people that we are all cool, we have no jealousy. I don't believe if it is true, because automatically the man or the husband, if first of all, let me get this out of the way. There is no way, even if there is a way, it is impossible for a lady to have two husbands, like to make a polygamous relationship. So I'm going to apply a man having two wives. Okay. So the point that I was talking about was um, jealousy can be easily found in a polygamous relationship, whereby, of course, the husband may not pay attention to both women, and even if he tries so hard to pay attention to both women, one may make the other feel jealous in some kind of way, because maybe they may want to feel special, or maybe because they are the first wife to be married by this man, and the other lady came second. So that may cause jealousy, because the first wife may want to feel superior than the other, and maybe if the other lady or the other wife doesn't want to be controlled or to be under someone, you know, things maybe start not being peaceful. The hatred may be there, yeah, and they may start feeling jealousy to each other. There'll be no proper communication between the two. But that is that. It is just the research that I've just done. But out here, let me apply this point out here with the people that I've seen. Like, let me use this perfect example of a celebrity, a very old celebrity known as Neo, an R&B artist, singer. He has like I don't know if it is 3 wives, 3 or 4 wives. Neo, and they have been in their relationship for like the longest time. And for me, the way we normally see, the way they normally appear in front of people in the public, they look like they are all okay, but of course Neo, even if he doesn't share to the people, I believe he has like the favorite wife among the wife that he has right now. And of course, I know there is some jealousy, even if they doesn't share it on the public, but that is just my assumption. I don't know about you. Yeah, and that's it. I don't think it is a simple relationship, or it is a simple thing that they are in together. I know, or I think there's so much complexity in their relationship, and maybe Neo is good at it. Maybe he knows how to be in charge, how to control, so that they maintain that kind of peaceful environment when they are living together. So that is difference number 2 about polygamy versus monogamy. I don't know if you have any differences before I move on. So we have 5 differences and I've already covered 2. So we are going to number 3, the third difference. So if you're joining right now, just say hi. I'll be happy to engage with you. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. If you may want to see me we may want to meet on the other lives, like on the other live stream, so that we can have a chat as right now. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for engaging. I appreciate it. Let's go to the third difference about polygamy versus monogamy. So we have economic and parental stability. So under this, polygamy can offer better financial and domestic stability. That is if both partners, they contribute like the same effort to their relationship, or maybe it is just like that, whereby because we are so many in this relationship, we are more than 2. So it means our finances will always be covered, like it will always be okay, because if one of us lacks, the other one can provide, compared to how monogamy is. So for example, in a polygamy family or relationship, if 2 partners are not able to provide, one partner can may be able to provide. So with multiple incomes, lowering the risk of economic hardship and shared responsibility for child rearing. So in a polygamy relationship, most of the time you may find they share like responsibilities, and it is very hard for one person to suffer or to lack anything, because if they lack, and if their relationship it is peaceful, they understand each other, there is no jealousy, they may be able to share like responsibilities and to provide for those that lack. But in monogamy, providing a more it provides a more straightforward structure for legal recognition, inheritance, and social support in modern industrialized society. So like monogamy is like, as I've said earlier, monogamy is the type of relationship that we normally have here in society, the world that we are living right now. Except I don't know about the Muslim side, because I think if they decide, maybe they may want to be monogamous, but I think they are allowed in their religion to be polygamous, yeah, compared to how Christians are. So when it comes to economic and parental stability in monogamy kind of relationship, they may face financial hardships. Even though they are few, they are 2. So they may face financial hardships because if, let's say, 2 of them, they both lack, it will be very hard to maybe to stabilize the family. I think so. Even though it is very easy to provide in a monogamy, like it is very easy for a husband to provide for a monogamous relationship compared to polygamous, because in polygamy the husband really needs to work hard to be able to bring the food on the table. But in monogamy, that is in polygamy, but in monogamy the husband has a responsibility over one woman, so it's kind of easy, but it is hard on the same time, because if both of them lack, then no one will provide. But in polygamy, I'm not supporting polygamy, but in polygamy, if 2 partners, 2 people lack in the relationship, others can provide. I don't think so. I don't think so, because most of the time, as I've said, there is jealousy. Point number 4 is societal acceptance. That is difference number 4. Societal acceptance and history. For example, right now in society that we are living in right now, it is very hard to be polygamous unless you're very strong, like you can defend yourself in front of the public, and you can make the society to accept you. But of course you'll face criticism. Many people will put their nose into your businesses, Most of the time you will have eyes on you, how you provide for your family, unless you as a man, you're very rich, wealthy, and then maybe you're not living with people who are lower than you. That's how you can have peace, I think so. But in a society whereby people are around you, there'll be so much judgment, because monogamy is everywhere. Polygamy is not everywhere. So if you practice polygamy, I think it is advisable for people not to know you practice polygamy. You don't have more than two wives. I think so. But because of course being in a monogamy relationship, you will not be judged. But being in a polygamy relationship, the society will judge you, like you will not have peace, compared to monogamy whereby you'll have peace. So that is the difference number 4. Difference number 5 about polygamy versus monogamy is individual freedom versus collective responsibility. So polygamy is sometimes defended as more honest, or natural. Is it true? Like polygamy is so, people are very honest. At some point it is true, because coming to that agreement whereby you agree to have a partner that you share a common husband with, you really need to be very honest, like to speak about your mind, so that you may prevent that jealousy coming in. Okay, so polygamy is sometimes defended as more honest or natural, with proponents arguing it allows for fulfilling multiple relationship legally, rather than through hidden dishonest infidelities. I think that is true. I think that is true. Polygamy, the people in polygamy, practice polygamy, are very honest to each other, compared to how monogamous relationship are. Because as long as the fact is that you've agreed to stay in the same house, knowing very well you share a common person with your partner, you're supposed to be very honest. Opponents, however, argue that monogamy protects the rights of the individual, particularly women, from being abandoned or marginalized within a structure that often benefits one partner. Yeah, so it is argued that in monogamy, a woman will be much safe. In a monogamy relationship compared to polygamy, because most of the time you will find that you get everything that you want. All the consideration that you may need from a man, you get it. Like you have all your rights when you're in a monogamous relationship. Like you don't need to bend for someone to be served. So all the consideration is on you. That is the point. I don't know if I've explained them well, but that's all for today's. That is the five differences about monogamy or polygamy, monogamy versus polygamy, and we have covered today's live stream. Thank you so much for those that have joined, even though we are not going to end the live right now. So it is 23 minutes. It is 24 minutes right now, and we are going live for 30 to 40 minutes. So we are still remaining with 10 minutes. I can see somebody is watching, so feel free to say hi, subscribe, comment, share, so that you can meet on another live stream. Visit also my channel to see some of the live stream that we have done. We have so many interesting topics. Most of them, it is about people who are on the early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, and some of them are basically based on about relationship, like the one that we have had today, and they are awesome. Still visit them, engage with them. I'll be happy to find, because I normally go through the comments, and read the comments that I got on my videos, YouTube videos, and I respond. I engage, because maybe you are watching that video right now and we did it like very long time ago, but I will still engage because that is like the purpose, that it is like a product that is out there for other people to see who are not able to get it at that moment. So it is just out there, you know, you can just go check it out, and I'll be happy to engage with you. Yeah, I don't know what we can do with these 10 minutes remaining. You know, I don't know what you can do right now. Some people asked me if I'm a gamer. I don't game. I play most of the time. I play FIFA Pro, football game. That is the kind of game that I normally do most of the time, and I can't say that that makes me to be a gamer, you know, because I don't play it all very often. I just play it when I get time. And what other questions did I get? Okay, so some people, I've seen some comments whereby, because I know when you go live, you have so many audiences, so many people coming from different places, you know. So maybe we are not from the same country. So many people may confuse where I come from, because the live stream is like worldwide. Many people get to see your to see like to see your view. You know, it is very easy to find my live stream. So I'm from Kenya, for those who don't know me. Even if you're watching this video, maybe you're not live. I'm from Kenya, Nakuru City. So I'm giving you my location, but don't be don't be weird about it. I'm from Kenya, Nakuru City. I speak English and I speak Kiswahili. Yeah. And it is very, because I normally like to read, so I normally like to read, so I normally like to I'm very curious. That is the point. I'm very curious about some things, and I think it is because of our age. Most Gen Zs, they are very curious. Like, they like to ask questions, you know, and most of the time they get the answers, because right now we are in an age whereby we have ChatGPT, whereby you can just ask anything and you get the answer right away. So we are in a generation whereby we really don't take time, like to figure out if our questions are right, if we need to question some things. And many people who are very dark, they say that this is the end times, of which it has of which it is not well defended, because most of the time, most people who say that this is the end times, you know, they got that information from a religion text, a religious text. But if we come to figure things out, if you're not, let me say you're not religious, so you're an atheist. If we come to figure things out, we can say that the world, this is the end times for those that are on their ends. Because most of the time we love to think, as young people, we love to think, what about those people who are born right now? Can you say that it is also an end time for them? I really don't know. But I can't say that we are in the end times. It is just things have things have developed. We have technology. We have things that we imagined happening, and we see our fears just in front of our eyes. You know, like, most of us feared technology. That is the point. Most of us fears technology. Most of us fears AI, artificial intelligence, because they fear, because they are going to replace so many things that they are our they are our normal things. Because it is a fact that most of us don't like change, especially if you have adapt on something. Most of us we okay, sorry, my mic is let me Okay, so we are back. Sorry about that because my mic is mic'd under my shirt. So I can't just pull my shirt up and show you my chest, you know. So I had to go and 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 put my mic. You can hear it. Put my mic correct. So as I was saying, most people are afraid of AI because it is going to replace a lot of things. And most importantly, AI is going to replace a lot of creatives in their seats, because for you now to survive in this current world that we are living right now, you need to be very good. You need to be very creative for you to defeat AI. Because AI, because you know, most the generation that you're living right now, most people are not creative. Most people are, I can say, they are innovative. You know, they use the word the already existing creativity to just come up with something that is considered new, but it is not new. And AI, it is very innovative. You know, because it has an idea of being innovative. But AI can never, artificial intelligence can never be creative. It can never be a creator because it was created and it is a computer. It doesn't have feelings. But I think in the future, AI may have feelings. But it is not. It is not something that can be creative, because we as humans, we are creative. That's why we came up with artificial intelligence. But AI cannot think. AI cannot be inspired. That is the real thing. AI can never be inspired. Like it can never come up with something new that it has think about it. But it will use all the ideas that it has to come up with something that may be seen, maybe like taken as new to our world, but to be the truth, being very truthful, it won't. It is not like a new thing in front of our eyes. So for me, I can say I'm not afraid of AI right now, because I believe I'm a creative. I believe I can still create something new that people may be amazed to see, something crazy, you know, something that has never been there before. Yeah. So still in the future, AI doesn't have any advantages, but AI, artificial intelligence, is like a real deal. So it is like here, if you don't look at the negative side of I can say AI, um, I can say AI, it is here to better people's life. You know, um, it is here to better people's life. That is like the point. If you are able to, if you are able to use AI like correctly, you can be like you can be so much better compared to other people that are working without using AI. So right now, if you rely on your mind and you're not a creative person, you'll be defeated by those people who are using artificial intelligence. But doesn't mean that they are smarter. Okay, they are smarter, but doesn't mean they are creative, because creativity, everybody has creativity. It is just on your decision to use it, if you're going to use your creativity or not. If you have just decided for your creativity but smartness to just lie, like being silent, that is your choice, because whatever that you're doing right now is going to be replaced by AI in the near future. Here in Kenya we have a vision of a 2030 vision 2030, that was made by our late president, our third president here in Kenya, Honorable Mwai Kibaki. He had a vision, a 2030 vision, whereby by 2030, right now we are in 2026, by 2030, which is in 4 years' time coming, Kenya will now Kenya will Kenya will be Kenya will be a different, like it will be a lot of changes will have happened by that time. Like Kenya will be living the dream. But we are not sure, because the current leadership that we have had, it seems that there is a lot of fight, that the vision that we had, I don't know if it is going to be a success. We are not sure about it. But I'm very sure, I'm very sure in the near future coming, a lot of things, will change, will have changed. The idea of other countries being the superpower, there'll be war. I'm thinking about it, there'll be war because most people will be fighting using the technology, and there will be a lot of secrets um, that make others better. So if you have this secret that makes this particular area to be like the OG, like the real deal, you will not want to share the idea to other people. So I think there's a lot of strange things, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of things that we have not seen, that we are not ready to see in the near future, and it is all relying on technology. So you need to be very quick in technology, because again, I've heard this from scientists, whereby they say that during industrialization, whereby there were no industries, so things were being manufactured. The idea of manufacturing things started. Many people, are not comfortable. Many people didn't want to change. Many people think that, it is end times. Why do we have this revolution? Things are changing, things that you're not used to. Things are being manufactured. You are discovering new things. People are afraid, but that was like the 19 or the 1800s. I'm not sure. But the world continued. People who adapted, they survived and they made their lives better. But people who ignored it because of fear, they didn't survive it well. And that is the same thing that is happening right now, I believe, because we have technology. Yeah, we have seen it in movies like the iRobot of Will Smith, whereby robots have like, they're very, very, very good, and some of them, they are out of control, whereby they can control themselves. So it was a movie that was made about technology, and that movie was based on the world being in the year 2040. So right now you're in 2026. So the vision of that movie will come to pass when we are in the year 2040. But as the way things are are, are right now, we're not very far from that idea, that concept that was made on a movie about AI, artificial intelligence, going out of control. We are not that far. And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've joined right now, please consider subscribing so that you do not miss the next time you're going live. And if you're watching and you've not clicked the live, so you're just watching it like on top of it, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, tomorrow is another day. We can go live tomorrow. I normally go live every day. Maybe in a week I can go live like 5 days. And that's it. So I'm going to end the live right now. We were supposed to go live for 30 to 40 minutes. Right now it is 40 minutes. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, share, visit my YouTube channel. Look at the videos that you have done. They are amazing. We talk to people who are on their early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, and if we are lucky enough to have people around their early 30s, again, it will be awesome, because they are very smart in their brain, and they can share the ideas that we as young people don't know. So thank you so much for watching. Till next time, peace. Bye.